Alright folks, we are back for week 6 of the FPL. Now, since there are only 6 teams to begin with, at this point we've faced every team that there is. And now for the remaining 2 weeks of the standard season, we're going to be going through matches of teams that we've already played. So, we're going up against our week 1 opponents, the Church of Iino Miko. But this time, Shadow Hara is going to face off against Young Bishar. So, we've got a pretty powerful team here. I mean, the Melmetal, Tapu Lele core, you'll love to see it. Let's see what happens, shall we? So, lead Melmetal versus Victini. Final gambit right off the bat. So, they lose Victini, which I guess is okay for Rillaboom, but they still have this thing in the back. Let's see what else happens. At this point, Melmetal is really low, which is pretty unfortunate because, I mean, it's a bulky mon. You love to have it live hits and then be able to just return a bunch of damage. Let's see what happens here. They go for Dazzling Gleam, but it does not kill. And EQ, I mean, well, it doesn't kill either, but, you know, that's got to be a defensive for Tapu Koko for it to live. Switch up the terrain real quick. Yeah, you can just U-turn out here, dog. Oh, SD up. Superpower? There we go. You'll love to see it. Oh my goodness. You'll love to see it. There's a life orb. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's it. That's the game. Oh my goodness. How many turns was that? 5 turns. That is unfortunate indeed. But that's the dub. Shadow Horror, they only need 5 turns. Moving on with Hylians game. So, hey, I see a Blastoise, and I see not many Blastoise switch-ins. I don't know about you. Maybe Starmie's the only switch-in, really. Breloom versus Jolteon. They're probably gonna try to get off a Spore or something, or sub. Yep, there's the sub. Man, you'd think that this was Gen 4 OU. There's the Spore. Oh man, miss. Come on, bro. You're RN Jesus over here, bro. And you're getting Focus Punch. I mean, it's eating it up. So, there's the Wake. Alright, so now they're probably going to go out into their, this thing. Yep, into Heatran. Nice play there. So, what you going to do here, though? Scald, okay. They might Earth Power on you, I don't know. Let's see what they do. They're going to try to get a Synchronize real quick, dog. No burns, that's cool. Get the heck out of there as they are going to roost up. Potentially rocks, but I don't know because they got a bunch of rockers. So who really knows what their rocker is? It's like trying to find the Mega back in Gen 6 and 7, man. Those were the days. Seed Bomb on this thing, trying to avoid getting a Spore. As they are also Toxic Heal. Poison Heal. There's a sub versus sub, the classic strat. I'm more of a technician guy myself. Focus Punch up as they go for the Seed Bomb. Just in case they try to switch out into something that they couldn't. Alright, Seed Bomb, Seed Bomb. Are they gonna... Yeah, they don't want each other to Focus Punch, which is fair. They are... I mean, this guy is a little bit weaker, but this guy seems to be winning the speed ties a lot more. Oh, but they got a crit. Come on, brother. You gotta be kidding me. Yep, you gotta get out of there, dog. I don't think this thing is Aura Sphere at the moment for Heatran. Go for a nice Air Slash on this thing. They went out into this in case they tried to pair or anything, but they are faster, so it seems like they're probably Scarf. Out into Heatran, gonna take a little bit of chip. I don't know what you want to do here. Go out into Donphan or Heatran, yeah. Both set up the Rocksteady Earth Power, yep. Nice Spadef Heatran there. Opposing Earth Power. There's another one. Man, I would get a Heatran for BDSP battles in BDSP, but man, I just don't feel like it, honestly. Shell Smash up, like I said there, but they still have a Starmie, but maybe they have Dark Pulse. Eating it up, as you can just throw off a Surf here. Alright, so Heatran goes down, so that's okay for Air Slash. Yeah, in comes the Dark Pulse. Hey, you love to see it. Like I said, what switch-ins do you have, brother? They set up the rocks. They go for an Ice Beam. Of course it's going to OHKO the Togekiss. What are you doing? I don't even think Scarf Chop outspeeds this thing at this point. It goes down. And down goes the Mew with another Dark Pulse. I'm sorry, Boston. I know I have fond memories back of the Bloom Gang. Those were the days as well. But I'm afraid that the Chems are coming through. So that's 2 wins to our name. Let's see how Gen 7 goes. Alright, let's switch over to Luna's side. So we've got a nice and powerful Guzzlord over here, as they've got a Kyurem Black and a Manaphy and a Mega Sableye. That is a pretty scary team, not gonna lie, brother. Let's see what happens. Alright, go for rocks as Drosh goes for Doom Desire. Cool. There goes the knockoff. Knock off some leftovers. In comes Lando. Dragon Tail this thing out of there. There's the Doom Desire, but it doesn't do much. You turn out Guzzlord's looking a little low there, buddy. Drop a Draco, or you knock off. Yep, there's the knockoff. At least get rid of things lefties. In comes this to potentially defog or set up Stealth Rocks. This thing's gonna do a million. Knock off the Rocky Helmet. Okay, at least Whirlwind it out. So they're gonna set up a Magic Bounce real quick. Roost up. Probably Will-O-Wisp here. Yep. And then I don't know if they're gonna Calm Mind up or what set this might be. Go for knockoff. Cool. Yeah, I get that thing out. Oh, but then yeah, Magic Bounce Dog. I think they just maybe they could have just wanted the safe switch in. That's basically a teleport. Or if they switched out, then it would just been a regular Whirlwind. Alright, EQ to get rid of the Guzzlord, that's fine. In comes Keldeo. So let's see. So you get rid of Lando at the very least. But yeah, I figured they just sacked that off. Because in comes this thing now. What are you going to do about that? Yeah, in comes Jirachi. Okay, at least you're able to survive that. But they might probably mix. Oh, I guess not. Maybe they're just specs. I don't know. Doom Desire up. A lot of times I feel like they were Z-move back in the day. But I don't know. Did they already show their Z-move? I don't think so. Leech Seed up. Knock this thing's item off. Whirlwind that thing out as in comes Kyurem. Oh, the Doom Desire though. Oh, snap. Gone. But now Manaphy is setting up. Whirlwind down. Okay, the Whirlwinds are coming through, but this darn Mega Sableye. So freaking annoying, man. In comes Scorm. Not going to be able to really touch this thing as Manaphy comes back out. It's just going to set up. But you do have Whirlwind in case it tries to set up, as it just goes for Surf, yep. So, I don't know if you're going to sub, Calm Mind, or what, brother, but you need something. Alright, they're still going to be able to go for, oh, but the Z move? Oh, snap, they didn't even, oh, but it doesn't even kill. Oh, I'm dumb because the, doesn't have Prankster anymore, my bad. They are +1 though, so hey, they get rid of the Sableye. Hang on a sec. Yeah, maybe this is Scarf, and they have to go this. Okay, yeah, Zen Headbutt. Switch out into Manaphy. Get up some rocks, because this thing doesn't have heavy duty boots, that's cool. That thing goes down though. I mean, what, you still have Kyurem. Yeah, I guess they want to keep Kyurem at full, that's fair. Whittle this thing down. Oh, a nice and powerful Psychic. Yeah, keep this thing healthy. I mean, does Keldeo win? Well, let's see, because they send this thing out, right? But then they just double out into this thing, and they're still alive. Yeah. See, even if they switched out into that, so 100%, bro. Okay, they're roosting up. Okay, hang on. It's got pressure, so down goes that. I guess it comes down if this thing has Gyro Ball, or I guess it has Leech Seed. Okay, Subsidy, they can't Leech Seed, that's cool. Ah, it does have Gyro Ball. Dang. I mean, there's not much you can do about that, man. Yep. Yep. Alright, so moving on to Gen 6. We've got, good grief. You know, I think I was here for this game. Let's see what happens. So, Lead Shuckle versus the Keldeo. Throw off Skull to hopefully get a burn. Hey, there's the burn. There's some webs, which is pretty scary for a team with a Bisharp. Go for sub, and they're going to start combining, I suppose, or something while this thing's down low. They do have Gardevoir chill on the back, so it will be able to go through with its Hyper Voice. Yep, they do send it out. And I'm assuming they're going to Mega Up and Hyper Voice. Go for Scald, as I think this thing's dead to Hyper Voice, my guy. Yep, down it goes. They could have also just been sacking it off, though, but... In comes the Azu. Out into Venusaur. Yep, that's about your only switch in, really. As, yep, they belly drum up here. Mega Up. They are able to survive, just barely. Though, I'm trying to remember the calc. I feel like Play Rough actually did more. Like, I'm not going to run the calc. I'm just going to go on my calculator. 95 times 1.5 divided by 2. Yeah, 71 is greater than 65. So I think Play Rough, but they could have also just been trying to not miss, which is fair. But I think Play Rough would have killed. So in comes this thing to take down the Venusaur. You don't have many switch-ins. In comes Glasstree, who, aside from, if they just have to get rid of this Vanillux and this thing wins. Get some nice Poison Heal. You got to get the heck out of there. As I think this thing was revealed to be HP Ground. Yup. That frickin' sucks, man. But amazing play by Hope on the opposing side. Protect up. As in comes another. I mean, I think... Because I was running calcs, I was like, yo, I'm fairly certain this thing is Specs. So, this thing is locked into HP Ground at this point. In comes the Gardevoir to take Heat Wave, but because of the Gen 7 burn, it is able to die. Oh no, this is Gen 6, my bad. My bad. I was thinking, I was like, in my mind, I thought it was still in Gen 7 for some reason, but I was like, wait, they nerfed it in Gen 7. But now we're in Gen 6, so it burns to 12%. Blizzard is going to take this thing out, and it's dead to rocks anyway, so may as well sack it off. Send out the Ditto to see their set and see what's going on. Double out in the Glasstree as they go out into Bisharp, and it's like, hey, let me throw off a nice EQ here, dog. There's the EQ. Easily take out. I'm not even sure if that crit mattered. Maybe it did, but down goes that. So it is this versus this. So you see what move they get locked into, and they go for Freeze Dry here. Now at this point, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you would have taken, but no, you would have taken only 12%. Then you would have been that. And then I think the imposter might have made it to where, I can't remember if it would reset the stats. I was trying to figure that out, but I think we really needed the Zapdos here, and we would have taken not as much from Freeze Dry because we would have become them. Let me see if the stat resets. Yeah, bro, it resets. I think. Yep. Double out again. As yep, they double out. So now you get an EQ off to get some nice chip. As the weak armor though comes through though. Yeah, I forgot about that. So you trace their stuff as they go for a Freeze Dry there. And here, yeah, I think, I don't know if the better play would have been to go for HP Ground or not. Because I mean, either way, it's like, how do you get rid of the Snow Cone? But I think that's why we needed the and also I was thinking Flash Cannon to reduce their attack. We needed the Zapdos, I think, to outspeed the Cone, right? I'm trying to remember if this thing was faster or not. But yeah, at this point, I think Cone just wins, right? Yep. So, that's that game. Came down to the wire there. I think if we went Ditto, maybe we had a chance, but, you know, it's tough, man. Choice Specs Ice Cream Cone. Alright, switch up to our boy Jeff here versus Hawthornshow. They got a freaking powerful team. Looks like Dragmag. Send out Mamoswine to get up some nice rocks. And, I mean, yeah, they're going to go for an ice move or get up rocks. Yep, get up rocks, but you don't want to lose your Garchomp right off the bat. Will-O-Wisp on this thing to get some residual damage. This thing's gonna go for. It doesn't have Mystical Fire at this point. It does have HP Fire though, so probably Choice Specs, or maybe Choice Scarf. I don't know, but most likely Specs, I would imagine. Balloon Zone. This thing is gonna go for a powerful Thunderbolt probably, but we are faster with our Rotom, so I'm gonna switch out into Lando. They might go for Flash Cannon, I think, from what I remember. Oh dang, Magnetize, dang. Superpower though. Oh snap, take that thing out. Who cares about Magnetize when you have Superpower, my guy? In comes Ferrothorn, because that's what he really switches to this thing. Takes about 5 billion. That's a 2 KO. Oh, but the leftovers get out of range. Okay, same roll. Takes some more chip. Gyro Ball to get rid of it. Nice, okay, so you've gotten rid of one of the dragons and you got rid of the mag. In comes this thing though, at least make it take a little bit of chip before it gets the Moxie. But what do you do to this thing now? Is this a Scarf Chomp? It would appear so. Dual Chop to get rid of this thing. Nice, nice, very nice. In comes Lando to get an attack. You just go Rotom, right? Yup, every single time. Oh, snap the SD up though. It's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Stone Edge takes this thing out because this thing's max attack. Lottie comes in though. Opposing Lottie, you can sack this off. Aw, dang. Was it better to go for Draco there? Or did you have, was it Soldu or Choice Specs? I mean, maybe not, might not kill Lando 100%, but. Alright, down goes that. As they are minus attack. You can pursuit this thing. Nice. They miss a Draco, so they can't even get off the chip as Lottie goes down. But the Lando is still going to come in as Chomp comes out, as they're probably going to SD up. Oh, the Rock Polish at first, so you can at least live an attack and get a hit off. They double dance up though, so it's now or never. 78% EQ. Lottie comes in though, but it's the oh, but the miss though. Dang. So they are able to at least get rid of the Lando. But what happens here? Yep, there's the Ice Shard. Surf, but it is Sash. Oh no, I think I know how this is gonna end. It's gonna Ice Shard into the T-Tar. Yep, and then EQ. Yeah, so this is a game where Rocks really would have changed everything, because not only would it have gotten rid of Mamo's Sash, it would have made the Lando take some more chip, so that they just needed a little bit of chips that the freaking Garchomp could eventually take it out. Could have even like stayed in versus it if it was going to go for, well, I don't know, maybe it would have been better to switch out, but you could have at least gotten chip off when it went for SD, and then if you're going to lose Rotom out of the way. So, on to Gen 4. So I believe we got, let's see, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. Let's see what happens here. So Ortho versus Spazz. Looking to get a dub. Rachi versus Flygon as they U-turn out into Rotom. Set up some nice rocks. Iron Head to flinch this thing down, cool. Do get a burn though, which sucks. Fire Punch, do get the burn versus them as they T-Bolt. Ortho does not care about this Drachi one bit. I hope he's got something in the back to make up for losing this thing. Miss a Thunder on top of that. Yeah, I guess that's why they didn't care too much about the burn, but I mean, it was resisted anyways. So they send out Heat Train here as they go T-Tar. Go for the Magma Storm to at least get off a little bit of chip. But you gotta get the heck out of here into your whatever your flying type is. Go Flygon, that's a good type. Alright, you can just U-turn out of here. Yep. Make the Rotom take more chip. Sand plus burn. Let's see what else is going to happen here. Magma Storm, because you're faster, nice, and it's not even a water type, so down goes that thing. In comes the Starmie. As they Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks. Explosion, though, to get rid of their Starmie, so hopefully it was a fair exchange. You don't have rocks anymore, so you can't really get up rocks, but the U-turn out, and as in comes Shaman. I feel like Shaman, I mean, how much can it do in this game? I mean, Seed Flare? Yeah, I mean, well, it's going to get rid of the T-Tar, but I mean, they did lose, I guess they're still typing it. In comes Infernape as the U-turn out. Into Starmie, who is faster, unless the thing is Scarf. As they don't appear to be, as they switch out. Go for Surf. That's a 2 KO on this thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Down goes that. So Starmie might just clean up here. In comes T-Tar. As, yeah, I don't think that's going to kill with that, brother. But they can easily, I think, just go Flygon here and U-turn out, right? Is U-turn going to go? Oh, Outrage, duh, there. As long as this thing is Scarf, but usually they are, they win the speed tie. They do not win the speed tie. What have you got in the back, though? Is it a... Oh, I thought it was late game Lucario. It's a late game Gyarados. That works out just about the same. You can Dragon Dance up here. But aren't they still faster, though? Oh, but the confusion. As they decide to switch out. Hang on, though. They get a double dance. That might have been a choke. Yep. Waterfall it up. Bada bing, bada boom. Dang. So all they had to do was hit an Outrage through confusion. Oh my goodness. Alright, Curry versus Lukia. What do we got here? Regirock versus the Lilligant. In comes the Slowking as they quiver up. Mudsdale comes out. Go for a Slowpoke with a poison. They get a defense, no poison. Yeah, get the heck out of there. As they go for rocks, you can flip turn out. Because this is indeed Gen 8. Where we, they are indeed immune to poison. So they get the heck out of there. As they go for Sludge Bomb. In comes Darmanitan. Okay, you can at least Rapid Spin away the rocks. Get some nice chip on this thing. Go for a Psychic, so you're just going to throw this thing away. Oh, snap. The U-turn out, so Mr. Rhyme lives to see another day. As you go for Psychic on this thing to get some nice chip. Go for Sludge Bomb. Mr. Rhyme put in a little bit of work. Out comes Scrafty. They're Clear Body and not Liquid Ooze or anything like that. Oh, burn right off the bat. But they do have a Lumberry. To Dragon Dance up. They're Intimidate, interesting, rather than Moxie or Shed Skin. Go for an Ice Punch. This thing is going to get a defense raise, as Earthquake is going to do a heck of a lot. You're going to go for a high jump kick here or something? Another Ice Punch, okay. So Scrafty's probably going to go down here. Alright, but what have they got lurking in the back? Who's in the back? Going to flip turn? Go for a Wish. As they go for Giga Train to do about 1,000,000,000%. It was worth it though for the poison. Gonna protect up here? That might quiver. They decided to switch out to Mudsdale as they go hard in the Slowking. Double into Braviary on the EQ. Nice play, nice play. Ooh, Bulk Up. Rock Slide is doing absolutely nothing to this thing. I'd set up again, honestly. Oh, but Lantern comes out. I mean, I feel like you've got... Return doesn't exist, but surely they must have something. Well, I guess not. I feel like the only other thing you can run is what, like Retaliate or something? Bring back Return, man. In comes Vaporeon to eat whatever this thing goes for. I'm assuming this thing does not have Flip Turn. Lantern comes out as they go for a Scald. They are not Water Absorb, so we don't get a burn either, which sucks. To cancel out the lefties. Slowking comes out as they go for Heal Bell. Volt Switch out as Mudsdale comes in. Psy Shock. Go for a Heavy Slam as in comes the Fire Blast to do a good chunk but raise its defenses once more. Vaporeon comes in yet again. Man, why? Yeah, you tell me it's only been 25 turns? Why does it feel like it's been like 40? Vaporeon finally goes down as this thing is just leftoversing up. But what's this thing gonna do? They just had to curse up, as Giga Drain still does about 1,000,000,000%. And EQ does absolutely nothing. I think this game is just over, right? Okay, hang on. This thing is roosting up. Volt Switch out does absolutely nothing. In comes Dawn. This thing is just gonna Flare Blitz everything, isn't it? Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz. Nice. GG's. Let's see what happens in game 2. Armaldo versus Glasstree. In comes the Swampert on a Stone Edge miss. Nice. Virizion comes out on a Toxic. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, but the Lum though. You're gonna SD up. Leaf Blade right off the bat to get some chip. Get the heck out of there and back into Armaldo as you can rapid spin these things away. They go back out in a Swampert as they set up their own rock, so I'm assuming, can we get a rapid spin here, my guy? Yep, there it is. So you're wanting to get the heck out of here, otherwise you lose this thing forever. Virizion comes back out on a Scald. I held my breath, but the burn happened anyway. Sometimes you just can't help it. If you just think it into existence, it's gonna happen. CC does a heck of a lot, even though it's burned, because it is indeed stab. Go back into Armaldo on this thing. You can at least rapid spin. That's the least you can do here, bud. On a Stone Edge miss. Nice. EQ comes through to take this thing out. In comes the Swampert as they're going to do something or another. Go for an Ice Beam because they know Virizion coming in. Ice Beam on Swampert. Interesting strategy. Of course, they didn't come up with that strategy. Showdown gave it to them. So you're back up to normal attack, so you can at least go for a close combat, but it's going to do, yeah, about half, because this thing is a bulky boy as it goes for Ice Steel Crash, and we'll get a nice boost. Oh, but they had a Cinderace in the back the whole time. Good night, Glasstree. I stacked that thing off, as in comes Diedog. They are Aura Break and not Power Construct. Nice. But can you be Power Construct on that thing? I think so. They coil up. There's the Iron Tail. This thing is looking kind of scary, not gonna lie. Double out or switch out on a Swampert. Go for a nice Hyper Voice, do about 10 million. That's a Choice Specs to a KO. Must be a defensive Swampert then. In comes Silvally fighting. They keep going forward anyways, as there's the Judgment multi-attack to completely obliterate that thing. Magearna comes out, you're gonna set up some nice agilities. Okay, here we go. Time for Broken Magearna, folks. Yeah, Calm Mind up, dog. There we go, there we go. Multi-attack. Oh, but the crit. I guess that's the least they can get for having to face a Magearna. So they're going to get back to resets attack. As in comes Diedog, who I think Magearna should still be faster unless this thing starts. Yep, down it goes. So they're going to be at -1 attack after this. And who is left in the back? They still got a Cinderace chilling in the back. We don't even know the last. In comes Kiramo. You can just obliterate this thing with Floor Cannon, man. 69. Nice. 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 And there is the Zeraora in the back. This looks like a Unite team, bro. Alright, so we are fully tied. I mean, the match, we're at match point 3-3 in terms of games. 1-1 in terms of random battles. Let's see what happens in the final game here. It all comes down to this. The Nail Biter, Skuntank versus Berserker. Switch out into the Drampa as we get a missed Fire Blast right off the bat, which doesn't really matter too much. They go for Taunt to prevent any type of shenanigans from going on. There's a Glare attempted. They said nah bro, Counterspell as they go for Hyper Voice. Switch out into Diancie on this thing because, of course, it's going to get up rocks or it can't Mega Evolve, but it can go for Diamond Storm or something. There's a Toxic. Ooh, nice protection. Wow, so Jirachi on Toxic. In comes Berserker as, oh, nice prediction on the switching in the Steel. Go for a U-turn. In comes the Drampa as, I don't know, going to Glare something again. U-turn out into, hopefully you got to pull, nope, they don't have electric type, so this thing gets paralyzed. In comes Slowbro. Go for an Aura Sphere, do absolutely nothing. That was a crit, so it does a little bit more than nothing. Air Slash to begin the Paraflinch, as they get 1, and they have not gotten paralyzed yet. Slack Off seems as though they have gotten paralyzed, and it was a speed tie the whole time. Are you kidding? You're telling me that this thing, when it's paralyzed, is speed tying with this thing? This is absolute nonsense. 183 divided by 2, 91. Maybe they must not be max speed. I don't know. I don't know what type of thing is working out there, but either way, this thing comes in no no poison. Out comes this thing as they go out into Vespiquen. Where's the rocks at? That's what I want to know. They switch out into Jolteon. Nice. I don't see any. Oh, there's the ground type. There is the ground type. You gotta assume they're gonna switch on the ground type, of course. In comes this thing as finally to get some rocks up somewhere. It is not looking too good for your boy over here. This thing is paralyzed as down it goes. What do they got in the back though? They got a King Tray. Gonna set up. There's the Rain Dance. It's the Iron Head. So he can go for, yep, Hydro Pump. So you at least get rid of this thing. At least you're pretty fast. You are indeed Life Orb. In comes Vespiquen. Do you have Hurricane? No Hurricane, but that does that. And down go. Oh, we got one more hit. Drop a Draco. I think that's more accurate than Hydro Pump. In comes Rachi versus Lando. Double out into Drampa as they go for an Iron Head. Do a decent chunk. You can at least hopefully Paraflinch this thing. They got double Paraflinch. That's crazy. They don't want to risk it. They go on a Toxicroak. That's their last. As this thing ends up getting. Whoa. I just realized they had a electric type. They had a freaking Jolteon that they could have switched in on this thing, knowing it was going to go for Glare. In comes the Draco Meteor. I guess they didn't want to risk this thing getting hit, but still, because then they'd lose their only other electric type. But I mean, it's either that or something gets paralyzed. Another Hyper Voice, as this thing will, the darn paralysis causer will die to poison. But I mean, they've got Randorozu chilling right there. It's going to Earth Power, Sheer Force, everything. Hold on, they're our fastest. They get a bit of a flinch, no flinch, never lucky. As in comes Jolteon, which can do absolutely nothing. Only Hyper Voice. Oh, hang on though. Maybe if they had what's this thing at? 73, maybe. There might have been some type of chance in hell. But I think they really just had to switch this thing in on getting Glare, and then I don't know what they would have done after that though, because it wouldn't have been able to touch Drampa and this thing would have died. They really needed well, no, a ground type would have still gotten paralyzed. But that's it for that game. Very close. You just needed a little bit more chip on this thing. Needed some rocks up or something, because they didn't have much left, honestly. But another close week as we come very close to taking down the Church of Iino Miko. But that's a big GG's. Shoutouts to the former members of the Bloom Gang that are on the Church of Iino Miko. And we'll see you guys next week not next week. We'll see you guys next time for week 7 of the FPL recap.